CES is happening right now, and PlayStation just showed up in a big way. The Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas is one of the biggest hubs for future tech going, and for the last few years, PlayStation have treated it like a little conference. Normally, the conference is reserved for brand new cars, future technology that we might never see, TVs, anything you could think of and the like, but now PlayStation are using it to announce more gaming-based tech. With PSVR 2 right around the corner, PlayStation are working hard on marketing this very expensive headset. But surprisingly, PlayStation were here with more than just PSVR 2 stuff. Here is every single thing that you need to know from PlayStation's CES conference. After the success of Gran Turismo 7 last year, it seems that PlayStation are doubling down on it. During their big push for PSVR 2, they confirmed that more than 30 games will be available for the headset at launch. And one of those now, it'll be Gran Turismo 7. They added that the game will have a free update that adds PSVR 2 support when the headset launches on February 22nd. We also got some gameplay for this Gran Turismo 7 update, and I can't help but feel how amazing this would be with a full sim rig and a headset on. It would be like actually driving. Which admittedly, when I say it out loud, makes it seem like it's not something I can do out in real life, but then again, I can't actually drive, so I'll take what I can get. In fact, we also got our first surprising look at Neil Blomkamp's Gran Turismo movie. If you're confused about how a Gran Turismo movie might work, especially from the director of District 9, it focuses very heavily on esports. The film follows the real story of how a Gran Turismo player went from playing in his parents' basement to becoming an actual professional racer. From this sneak preview trailer, we also got a look at how the camera looks like it's going to reflect the in-game camera, and there's some incredible cinematography on show here. With Gran Turismo 7's hyper-realistic graphics, seeing it on a film trailer doesn't even look that weird anymore. It also seems that Neil Blomkamp is heavily invested in this film, and he even went on to explain how the new Sony Venice 2 camera allowed him to get some really weird IMAX shots. Either way, I've got full faith in Neil Blomkamp, and I'm really excited for when this movie releases in this August. And I'm telling you now, we weren't kidding that Sony were really doubling down on Gran Turismo, because they also announced an actual car. Sony announced their highly anticipated electric car. Named Afeela, this car is being made in collaboration with both Honda and Qualcomm, and they say it's going to reinvent the mobility experience and be full to the brim with screens. There was a lot of rumours before this that there would be some form of PS5 built into this, and with that you would expect some sort of Gran Turismo control with an actual car. Whether or not any of this will actually come true, we don't know, as it's not even going to be available to pre-order until 2025. But either way, it does seem that PlayStation and Sony are really doubling down on the car market. But going back to those 30 games that PSVR 2 is launching with, it was also confirmed that Beat Saber is also being developed for the new headset. Just to remind you that the PSVR 2 is not backwards compatible with the PSVR, so expect a hell of a lot of PSVR 1 games starting to get re-announced for PSVR 2. Finally, PlayStation made an incredible announcement that will help millions of gamers across the world. Very similar to Xbox's adaptive controller, PlayStation have now revealed their first accessible controller. Codenamed Project Leonardo, it's a fully customizable accessible controller with removable panels, buttons, and joysticks that you can move to anywhere you want. Speaking about the controller, they said that they settled on a split controller design that allows near freeform left and right stick thumbstick repositioning, and can be used without needing to be held. It features very flexible button and stick cap swapping because players can customize it according to their needs. There is no one right form factor, and that is probably one of the most important things for a controller like this. PlayStation have been pioneers for accessibility in the past couple of years with games like God of War and The Last of Us boasting some incredible accessibility features which allow more gamers to play games than ever before. The great thing is that this accessible controller can also just be paired up with a regular controller, meaning that family or carers can help people play the games with a regular controller while they use the accessibility controller. They're so customizable that they can be dynamically turned on or off or used in any form of combination. It's another fantastic step in the right direction for PlayStation, and one that I hope gets new players to experience some of PlayStation's fantastic catalogue in ways that they weren't able to before. While all of this is great, we're still missing some big things from PlayStation. The highly rumoured detachable disc drive PS5 Slim was nowhere to be seen, and we still got no further announcements on an actual PS5 showcase, which is surprising because, as we previously mentioned, PSVR 2 comes out in a month. There's also no sign of Half-Life Alyx being announced for PSVR 2, but PlayStation were confident in announcing that PS5s had sold over 30 million copies, which admittedly is rare as PlayStation don't like to announce numbers unless they're really impressive. Either way, we'll hold out our bated breath until the actual PS5 showcase comes, but for now, this was a nice little update to kick off 2023. Make sure to stick around here, like and subscribe for the latest PlayStation updates, and we'll see you back here on GG Recon.